Welcome back, everybody, to Midnight Movies. I am your co-host, Cody.
And I'm the other co-host, Nikki. And I'm always prepared.
Are you?
Yes. I didn't forget everything today.
Someone's lying.
I didn't have to turn back around halfway coming over here and get all my stuff because I forgot it, even though we do this every week. Definitely didn't do that.
You know what's funny is I wasn't even going to bring it up, but you brought it up for me.
No, it's okay. I'm just like, today's been a day. Honestly,
Nikki calls me what is it, at 7:08, just like, hey Cody, I forgot my mic and my notes and literally everything. Yep. I was just like, oh shit.
You would
That's
think
unfortunate
that we haven't been doing this for how many months now?
I mean,
Several.
That's fine. How many times do I just check the audio and stuff like that?
At least you have the audio.
Yeah,
you got
that's
the
true.
thing.
That's true.
Oh
but anyway, that's beside the point.
Yes.
Today we're continuing with the Found Footage Month with Lake Mungo.
Like you said earlier, please say it again.
Oh, it's Mungo time.
Yes. It's Mungo time. Lake Mungo time.
Lake Mungo time. Directed by some guy.
Oh, you did?
No, it's directed by Joel Anderson, but it's an interesting fact to start off with, a very interesting fact. This is, the only movie that this man has directed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and what's even crazier is after he directed this, he kind of just vanished off the face of the earth.
Oh.
He didn't do any interviews, didn't make any other movies, he has no social media or anything like that. He kind of just poof into thin air for a while.
Okay. Is he back now?
Sort of. From what I can tell, he was it was a screenplay editor and I guess a producer for the movie Late Night with the Devil, if you ever saw that.
Oh, yes. I did see that.
That's his only other credit.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, this is the only film that this man has ever made. So.
I mean, I guess 2 pretty solid credits to have underneath his belt. So
both found footage. We'll talk about it. This barely kind of fits within the category of found footage. Mm-hmm. It's more a mockumentary.
It definitely is very much mockumentary. But I mean, there is found footage in it.
I mean, there's camcorder footage throughout the movie that defines as found footage, I guess. But in the narrative sense, like Cloverfield or Blair Witch Project, where the whole premise is this footage was found by someone
that was just taking on this one camcorder or whatever.
This is not framed that way. It's more of just hey, this is a documentary of something terrible that happened and then some weird paranormal stuff happened and it's kind of an objective viewpoint of everything. So
no. Okay. Well, I'll talk about the budget real quick. It was $1.7 million.
Yeah, very low budget.
Yeah, I was honestly, I felt well, no, I mean, there's quite a bit of people in this, because I was going to say high for what it is, but I guess not, because when does it come out? 2008? Nah, never mind. And then the box office?
Pretty abysmal.
Yeah.
But then again, this never got, a proper release.
I assumed, yeah, because the box office only said, 29,000...
So
and some change.
So it premiered at a Sydney Film Festival in 2008, and then from what I can tell, the next year it premiered at another film festival, South by Southwest, here in America, and then it kind of got thrown in. I don't know if you ever heard of the what is it called? The After Dark Horror Fest films.
Maybe.
It was this thing that happened between 2006 and 2010 where each year they would take a bunch of these independent horror films and kind of release them under one umbrella event called After Dark Horror Fest or 8 Films to Die For.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've never seen any of the films part of that, except for the one that we're talking about tonight.
Yeah.
I just remember the trailers coming on all the time and being freaked out about them because this was pre me being a huge horror fan.
Yeah. I'm wondering, do they have a list of the 8 horror films to die?
They do. I mean, there's a Wikipedia page for it. And they have all the films that have ever premiered with them. if you go on the Wikipedia page, a lot of these films don't have links to them because they're super independent.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But Lake Mungo was part of their 2010 lineup. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, it didn't get a proper release. This is more of a cult classic more than anything else.
Yeah, because I only heard about this movie because of you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you really like this movie.
Yes, I do. So that's your experience with it, is I recommended it to you. Yep. My experience is, I was trying to remember the exact timeline of this. It used to be every year I would go online and look for, like, lists of horror movies to watch, like, during the Halloween season. Because around Halloween time, I love to, like, watch horror films that I have never seen before.
Expand your horizons.
Expand the amount of horror films that I have underneath my, like, wing.
Yeah, no, I like that.
So, I'm trying to remember. I must have stumbled upon a list that included Lake Mungo. Mm-hmm. And apparently it was highly regarded, and it had me, like, interested. So, one night, I'm trying to remember, I'm pretty sure it was pre-pandemic that I watched it, like 2019. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, burp there for a little bit.
I'll be doing that a lot, too.
I'm sorry that my body functions like a normal human body.
Ew, you're gross.
Oh, you're gross. You burped? Oh.
No, I'm also drinking Sprite, so I'm probably going to be letting out little burps as well.
I mean,
sorry,
that's
everyone.
Fine. That's fine. It's a little ASMR for everybody.
Ooh, you guys like this ASMR burping we're doing? Jade's like, gross.
Jade's like, I'm done being your editor.
Like, I'm not listening to you two anymore.
But anyway, me and my ex-girlfriend put it on one night, and I remember having my first reaction of just being like, other than some unsettling moments, I didn't really care for it upon first watching it. But there was those unsettling moments that, like, stuck in my head, like, for a long time after that. And eventually I would go back and rewatch it and learn to appreciate it a whole lot more. To the point that, like, I love this movie.
Yeah.
Of course, I recommend it to, like, everybody. I think even Jade, I wrote down a list of, like,
oh, yes,
horror movies to watch, and I'm pretty sure I put Lake Mungo on there. So
for those of you who don't know Cody, so that's how our friendship began. Because I think we talked about this like the first episode of our podcast.
Yeah,
that, like,
we did.
I had beef with you. Mm-hmm. Obviously not anymore.
She still does.
But we, you had said like a Hellraiser quote, and I was like, oh yeah, like I love horror movies. And I think it was Ian or possibly Jade that said like, oh, like you should ask Cody like for movie recommendations because he'll give you a list, handwritten list.
I am 100% certain that it was Jade because I did that for him. So
yeah, and so completely handwritten list of, I think you're 100 movies. Was it 100 or just like,
I don't know.
It
was just however many I wrote down, and I try to go anytime I give a list to somebody.
He alphabetized it as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have an app on my phone that alphabetizes all my Blu-rays. I was like, so I kind of just went down the list.
No, it was a very beautiful list. I still have the handwritten list, but I also wrote down the ones.
I'm pretty sure Jade also still has his list. So.
Yeah.
I also wrote one for Josh, if you remember.
Oh,
Josh.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was, no, like, that's how you know that you're in a nice inner circle with
You're
Cody.
in my little wolf pack.
Yeah, exactly. You get the handwritten list.
If I write down a list of a bunch of horror movies that you should... And I try to go with, like, uncommon ones of, like...
Yeah.
Maybe this person hasn't seen this horror film, so I write
You're not going to write down, like, Nightmare on Elm Street.
I'm not going to write down, like, The Shining or Halloween or even Blair Witch Project, because it's like, most people have seen these.
Yeah.
So I try to go for the more obscure.
Well, and then even if they haven't seen them, like, they know of them.
Yeah. Like, I try not to go for, like, pop culture ones, like Carrie. Like, who doesn't know Carrie?
Exactly. Yeah, so I forgot where I was going with that, but yeah, this was on the list.
Mm-hmm. And ever since, like, I found a new appreciation for this. This is in heavy rotation for every Halloween season. This and, like, Blair Witch Project, Halloween, Tremors. Like Lake Mungo has kind of put itself in there of just like, I'm always constantly watching this every Halloween season. And actually, this movie is in my top 50 favorite films. Oh, yeah. It's at number 44, I believe.
Ooh, okay.
So, a little lower on the rung, but it's still up there.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, I absolutely love this movie. So much so for in preparation for this, because this is an Australian film. I watched every Mad Max movie. I watched every Crocodile Dundee movie, and I watched that one episode of The Simpsons where they go to Australia.
You said I've watched every Australian media ever.
I am into Australian culture.
That's crazy.
I'm just kidding. That was all a lie.
I did.
I have seen every Mad Max movie. I've seen only the original Crocodile Dundee.
I haven't seen any of the Mad Max movies, but I really want to.
We got to do a Mad Max episode.
It seems like it would be my jam.
And then that one episode of The Simpsons where they go to Australia is one of my favorite episodes of The Simpsons.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's really good. It's where that quote, $900 dues comes from. Oh. Where it's a guy getting, like, a phone bill because Bart plays a prank call, and he's just like, $900 dues.
I've heard that soundbite before. That's funny.
It's really good. It's really funny.
But yeah, you're saying how when you first watched this that you didn't particularly
I wasn't
care for this.
The biggest fan of it, mostly because I guess I was kind of half paying attention at the time, or I didn't really understand what the movie was going for. But it was more like, the more I thought about it, the more that I read about the movie, like, online, hearing, like, theories about it, the more, like, I've grown in appreciation for it.
I would like to hear those theories, because I didn't find a lot while I was researching this for this episode.
There is a major theory out there that we'll get to.
Okay.
That has been floated on the internet.
Because I will say this is the second time I've watched this, and I am still on okay. When I first watched this...
I remember this, yeah.
Really didn't like it. I thought it was pretty boring.
I remember just being like, what?
Yeah. And...
Scandalous.
It's crazy because when I first rated this, I rated it higher than when I've rated it now.
Oh, interesting.
But it's not that I don't like it less. I'm just I'm being more... realistic with my rating because this is not something that I would want to like revisit, but
asterisk,
I see how on paper this is a great movie. Very suspenseful, fills you with dread, is great at building that suspense. It does an amazing job, like you said. It's like it's supposed to be kind of like a mockumentary. They did awesome with that. A lot of the lines were improvised, I heard.
Like there was like a rough outline of a screenplay.
It was like realistic, and that's what you want from these movies, is for it to be realistic, and they did an awesome job with it. It was still boring.
I can see how it's boring at times. There's like a lot of scenes where it's just like close-ups of like family photos and stuff like that.
But like they're building the suspense and they do an awesome job of that. It just wasn't my jam.
Not only that, but I feel like it makes it feel like an authentic like documentary.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if you didn't know that this wasn't fake.
Oh, if someone just like popped
this in. If you just
in,
like flicked over on Netflix, which I don't even think this is streaming on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't even know where.
I think it's like free on Tubi or something like that. I have a digital copy,
and
I also have like my Blu-ray that I have right here. So.
Yeah, it's free on Tubi.
Yeah, but I feel like if you flick onto it without knowing that it's fake, you could 100% believe that this is real.
Yeah, and that's what you want in one of these movies, is you want it to feel real. But man,
not impressed.
So that's why it's just like I see like this is a great movie, like for what it is and what it's like wanting to be. For me personally, I just I didn't like it. But I mean, I would still recommend it to people who want that and like those kind of movies. But I hate it.
I'm very interested to see what your like number score is, because like to compare it to what my number score is going to be.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
By the way, this Blu-ray that I have right here is an import. So this movie doesn't have like an actual Blu-ray release here in America. So I have this imported. It's region free, so I can watch it on my own Blu-ray player. But yeah, the only way that this movie is accessible to like most people right now is like it's free on Tubi, or you can like buy it on iTunes, which is how I have it. So. Which owning a digital copy is like an oxymoron. You don't actually own a digital copy.
Yeah.
Because iTunes can just decide tomorrow to be like, well, we don't carry that movie anymore and yank it.
Can we talk how crazy that is? Like, I hate that that's a thing.
Me too. It's like, I purchase a movie for $10, I should own it.
Well, that's the same with video games, too. People purchase it for like, 56, like they're not cheap. Digital copies of it, and they're like, well, you don't technically own it though. And it's like, what the hell do you mean I bought it?
I've always been a big proprietor of just like digital games should be cheaper than the physical ones. Significantly cheaper. Like how it is with movies. Like a Blu-ray can cost you like $25, but usually a digital copy after a certain point will be like $10 or $15 because you're not paying for like the packaging or anything like that.
Apparently you're also not paying for actually owning it forever.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I have yet to have a situation where it's like I've bought a movie on iTunes and then it's just no longer there. But I feel like that could happen at any time.
Yeah. The looming
physical media, everybody.
Yeah, I was like, physical media, I like having it. And also shout out to Tubi for being free.
Yes.
And for
does Tubi have ads? I don't usually watch much on Tubi.
Yes.
See, that's the only reason why I probably wouldn't. I hate sitting
But I
ads.
mean, if you have other streaming sites like Hulu, you still got to sit through an ad even though you have a subscription to it.
Yeah, that's true.
Which pisses me off, Hulu.
I hate the whole idea of streaming services, even when you pay for them, still having ads, because
it's crazy.
The whole idea behind it is like you pay for the service so that way you don't have ads. Like
why am I still having
basic
them?
cable is free because it's paid through ads.
Exactly.
So it's like, why am I paying $9 a month for Netflix and still being advertised to?
See, and that's why I'm like, shout out Tubi. Like, obviously has ads and not everyone digs that, but it's still free. And
yeah. They don't hide it behind a guise of just like, oh, you pay a premium and you'll get no ads. It's like, no, fuck that.
It's just free. And there's going to be a lot of new Cartoon Network shows that are coming out in March.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Ooh, I'm so excited. Challenge Showdown's going to be on there.
Is Courage the Cowardly Dog going to be on there? That's all I care about.
I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
I get to watch that freaky episode with the money. Return the slab. That was the first episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog I've ever watched.
Oh my god.
And it scared the shit out of me.
No, it's like that's like the creepiest episode. I want to like look up a picture of Return the Slab guy.
I think everybody knows Return the Slab. If you were a kid in the early 2000s, you know what Return the Slab is.
I didn't realize that like those were his lips. Like, did you know that?
Yes, I did know that.
I didn't. I don't know what I was
didn't know that when I
as.
was a kid. I thought those were his teeth. It was
Yes.
when I was an adult.
Yeah.
Someone had told me that those are actually his lips.
I saw
was just like, what?
Yeah, I saw a post and someone was saying like when you realize like those aren't his teeth and are his lips, and I was like, huh? And now I can't unsee it.
Man, he's got them DSLs.
He really does.
For those of you that don't know what that means, don't look it up.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't think people say that anymore.
I don't think they do.
Okay,
what are we talking
anyways.
about? Lake Mungo, that's right.
It's Mungo time.
It's Mungo time.
Mungo time.
Anytime I hear Mungo, I just think of Mongo from Blazing Saddles.
What is that? I don't know.
Oh, you haven't seen Blazing Saddles? We got to do that. It's a Mel Brooks comedy. There's a character in the movie called Mongo.
Oh, Mongo.
Not Mungo, but Mongo.
Sorry, I had to clear my throat.
Burping and then coughing. It's like we're humans.
I know, it's crazy.
People don't want to watch this.
No. They don't want to listen to that.
Jade, cut out the first 20 minutes of this.
Yeah, that didn't matter. That didn't matter. No, okay, let's
cool.
get into this.
All right, let's get into Lake Mungo. We start off with some creepy images.
I said opening with creepy ass pics.
And also kind of like an eerie premonition to begin with. We hear the voice of our main character.
The main...
The main thrust of the story. Alice Palmer. She begins with a quote saying, "I feel like something bad is going to happen to me. I feel like something bad has happened. It hasn't reached me yet, but it's on its way." Which is a very eerie line to start with.
It really is.
And it sets the tone, which, by the way, first of all, spoilers from here on out. Second of all, don't expect a huge, fun episode from this. This is going to be... It's going to be a lot like our Bring Her Back episode.
It's very heavy themes and real stuff that can happen.
Dealing with grief, dealing with existential dread, the idea of death creeping up on you. So it's not going to be a fun episode. So buckle in, everybody.
Buckle in, yeah, buckle up. You can take the lead on this. I will sprinkle my littleness throughout it, just because of the fact that if I were to do this, I'd be like, yeah, so this happened and that happened, and
I mean, fair enough. So we begin in documentary style. We're getting interviews from the family, and we learn that Alice has gone missing from I think it's a dam or a reservoir.
Yeah, so they were swimming, her and her brother. Like, they were all kind of out having a little family outing.
Yes.
And the fact, this family seemed very close-knit.
They're they're from a very small town.
Yeah.
So they would have that small town, like, close-knit family relationship with each other.
I mean, they did bring up later that Alice and her mom kind of started getting like a strained relationship as she was getting older. I know that can happen with a lot of like mother-daughter relationships.
I mean, they even described that the mother and the grandmother also kind of had that relationship.
Exactly,
just like they were kind of strained as well. So it's generational trauma.
And yeah, like them not knowing like how to act or love, because I think she said at one point like she wasn't for sure if Alice knew that she loved her.
And we'll get into it, but there's also moments where it's just like Alice as a ghost. A little bit of spoiler, she's dead.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, we said spoilers, so she's dead.
We did. We kind of learned just like Alice is like haunting this house, but like nobody truly notices her. So it's like this idea of just like everyone remembers and loves her, but it's like she kind of just feels alone.
Yeah, she's still in the background, even with literally haunting them. And like they're not paying attention to her; they're paying attention to like other things.
Yeah, and it's going to be part of the tragedy where it's just like the family is going to eventually be able to move on, but Alice can never move on, and she's trapped in this place. Which, by the way, one of the photos that we get at the very beginning is of the Palmers standing outside of their house. That image comes back later on in the movie, but as you notice at the beginning, there's no ghost in the window, but at the end there is a ghost.
I was wondering if there... I didn't remember seeing a ghost in the first one, but I also didn't remember all the other images with multiple things.
Going back and rewatching this, because I watched it twice. I watched it once like a couple days ago. I watched it again today. Like, we'll get the eventual bombshell of just like some of these images were faked, but like you go back to those fake images and it's just like, no, you can see them. Yeah. Like, it's always there, the entire movie. And that's one of the things that fucking gets under my skin. One of the things that terrifies me the most is just, like, noticing something after the fact, if that makes sense. So, when it, like, for example, in the movie Insidious, there's a scene where Rose Byrne's character is, like, doing laundry, and she's kind of just walking through the house, and it seems normal and everything, and then she, like, goes outside and she notices like a dancing boy in the living room that wasn't there before. Yeah, literally you watch it and he's doing this.
That's so funny.
But like earlier in that scene, and I didn't notice when I first watched it, but upon rewatching it, you see that boy earlier in the scene just standing in the corner, just like out of like
a little
off to the side of the frame. And it, like, sends chills down my spine because it's like, I didn't fucking see that. And I completely missed it. And this movie does that tenfold.
Yeah, no, because when movies do that well, they shoot it so that obviously your eye line goes to what they want you to.
It's
it's up to you, to kind of look in the background for things. But we are getting a little ahead, sorry. But so we open up with they're swimming, they're having a good time, little weekend, just hang out with the fam. Well,
Alice goes missing.
She goes missing.
Here's an important clue at the very beginning that is going to lead into the theory of this movie.
Yes.
The first person to note that Alice is missing is her brother Matthew. So I guess we'll get into the theory because days after this incident, Alice is found dead. She had drowned in the dam. And we never quite learn how she drowned. We just learned that she did drown.
See, so while watching this, I was still very confused because they kind of make it out to seem like she maybe possibly killed herself.
That is a reading that you can have, but that's not the reading that I heard.
No. I feel like that's kind of the reading where they were going towards. Like, a lot of things happened to her. She was hiding things, leaving things behind. But also she was obviously talking about how she felt like something was coming for her. And
that becomes literal by the end of the movie.
Yeah, where she does see like a premonition of her own death coming towards her. So I was interested to see how she, because I'm like, I feel like they never found out how she actually drowned.
No.
Or explain that. So tell me this theory.
Well, to go on that, I kind of like the way that they frame it where it's like you don't know. Because this is a documentary, but it's still playing into that found footage thing of just like, we only know as much as the characters do.
I love when movies do that.
So it's like, we're making this documentary, and it's just like, well, the parents don't know how she drowned, so it's not in the documentary of how she drowned. So I kind of like it from that perspective. But the theory that I heard, and shout out to Dead Meat Podcast.
Hell yeah.
They don't need my endorsement. They're 1,000 times bigger than we are.
Hey, but
But I heard it from them. It was a theory that was floated around beforehand, but I heard it from them. And every time I see this movie, it's like I can't help but think of it. But the theory is that Alice didn't, like, accidentally drown or, like, drown herself. But that she was either intentionally or unintentionally murdered by her brother.
And honestly, I feel like I would grab a hold of that theory because of the weird things he was doing.
I mean, at the beginning of the movie, we learned that both Matt and Alice went into the water together, but only Matthew left. And Matthew was the first one to point out, where's Alice? Where'd she go?
He said that he lost sight of her and just assumed she went back in. So then he went back up to shore and then announced, hey, where's Alice at? She wasn't out there with me anymore. And it's kind of like, well, what do you mean? Like, you were the one out there with her. Like, how did you lose sight?
Then there's other things. He has bruises on him that happen, like, months after that are unexplained. And it's like, it's long after Alice's death. But it could be, like, her spirit just, like, projecting the bruises that he would have had on him for a struggle that he might have had.
And then even with that, isn't it, like, sometimes... I mean, I don't know, because how long did they say the bruising showed up?
It was like 3 months after.
Oh, 3. Okay, never mind. Because I was going to say, if it was a couple of days, I know sometimes bruising takes a minute to, like...
Yeah, I think Alice dies on Christmas Eve, which, that sucks.
That does suck.
She dies... Well, she doesn't die on Christmas Eve. Her body is found on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
She died a few days beforehand when she drowns. But anyway, I think when we see the footage of him, like, at the doctor's with the bruises on it, it's March.
Okay.
So, it's kind of hard to tell because the date is formatted how they do in Australia, where it's the day, month, and year.
Oh.
So I got confused because it said 1306. So I was just like, oh, it's January 3rd, 06. No, it's March
Isn't America
1st.
the only place that does it differently?
I think there might be like one or two other countries
Okay.
that do, but yes, we are primarily the only ones that do it month, day,
Said
year.
we're just so different.
We're not like other girls.
We're not like other countries.
We're not like other countries. Okay, we're a bit quirky.
We're so quirky. I hate it here. Anyways,
But anyway, there's like the mysterious bruising that goes on that in the movie doesn't have an explanation for it, but you can put validity towards it of just like the bruises were from Alice and him struggling that now is like being projected onto him. I mean, he goes back to the lake at one point dressed in her hoodie. Not expected to be filmed, so he's just out there. And usually an MO for like most criminals is they return to the scene of a crime.
and the fact that he was dressed as her,
Yeah, like in her hoodie.
is very unnerving. And then throughout this, they're reviewing this footage because they start saying that things are happening. They sense a presence
Like,
in the house.
It's described 10 days after her funeral. They start hearing noises and like strange things are happening.
Strange things are happening.
Strange things are happening. I don't know. Is that a real song? I don't know.
I think the song I'm thinking of is the intro to a podcast I listen to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
Or the very last line of the last season of Stranger Things, where it's like, I guess stranger things have happened. I'm just kidding. That doesn't
I was
happen.
going to say, did they say that? That's crazy.
I was actually hoping that they would, because it's like, can we go that cheesy with this?
I think it was already not the best ending, right? I
For
heard that.
Stranger Things,
Yeah.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah. it was
There are
kinda
things
like,
that I
meh.
liked about it, like the character stuff, but like all the action stuff, I didn't care for.
I heard a bunch of people talking about like how I guess the director's like wife or ex-wife like wrote a lot or like had input on a lot of like the earlier seasons,
Oh,
and then
interesting.
whenever they separated or divorced, she didn't have anything to do with this last season, and then a bunch of stuff that people thought were gonna come back like wasn't in this, and they're like, bro, please bring her back because this would have been a little bit better.
Bring her back.
Bring her back. If you haven't listened to that, go listen to that episode.
Go listen to it. It's a pretty good one. Not
is.
fun, but it's good.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
That would explain the steady decline of that show.
Yeah, that's what I've heard from larger fans than me.
I don't know. Season 4 was pretty good. I like season 4.
Sorry. Anyways,
Anyway, Lake Mungo.
Lake Mungo, but yeah, so he's doing these strange things because, well, they sense a presence in the house. Weird things have been happening. And so he starts setting up cameras to try and detect the
It's
paranormal
described
activity.
he's always had like a love for photography, but like after Alice's death, when he's become like more quiet and a little bit more, I guess, reserved from everybody else, he starts like really delving into photography. Which, by the way, some of his pictures are good, some of them are not. We get a little montage
better.
of some of his pictures. There's one interesting one where it's just like blurry lights,
Yeah.
where you can kind of make out the shape of a person.
It's very it's interesting.
It's interesting. It feels very like college. Like I'm an artist.
Yes, like I'm a photographer.
He also has one that's
I'm
very
artsy.
kind of cliche, where it's just like it's like a split image of him and in a mirror, and it's kind of duplicated. It's like I feel like I see that on a lot of people's Facebook
It
profiles.
was a bunch of people's like on their Tumblrs and shit.
Yeah, shit like that.
So yeah, he sets up these cameras, and then Alice starts popping up.
Starts showing up. This is the stuff that really stuck with me, because the first one is the April photograph where it's just Alice standing in the middle of the yard.
Yeah, because Matt was talking about how he was doing this project where he would just go outside. I think he said same time of day or
Same
different
time of day
yeah.
for like, I think 3 months out of the year for each year. And he had been doing it for 10 years. So in one of those, he captures the image of Alice just standing in the backyard. Which, by the way, like to jump ahead, we figure out that picture's fake. But you can look, when they first bring up that photograph, Alice is sitting over there in the corner.
Because all of these photos or videos that have Alice, she's very much in the center of them and very noticeable. But then later we find out that Matt made all of this up. Like what's a good word for that? He
doctored.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. He doctored them.
Excuse me, he doctored them.
Yeah, I was like, he made them up. What the hell?
Bro fucking used AI.
One of
How
them
dare
make them
he?
ups. But yeah, so he doctored the images and the videos. But then later, when they're showing them again, you can actually see Alice in the background,
And,
more hidden.
Rewatching all the, like, when it goes around the first time, like, they're all there. Like, the movie doesn't cheat. The only time it does is with the photograph at the beginning and at the end, where the ghost isn't there and then it is. Other than that, doesn't cheat. Like, you can go back, rewatch those moments.
And you can see.
You can see Alice in all of them. See Alice.
See Alice.
The only one that I couldn't is we get, like, a revisit of, like, the footage at the dam from the different perspective.
Yeah.
That's the only one that, like, rewatching it, I couldn't find Alice in that moment the first time.
I couldn't either. Because
I
I was
tried.
really focusing
both
on
times
that.
I was really looking for it, and I couldn't see Alice.
Yeah, but
See Alice.
But all of these weird things that Matt is doing is definitely, I mean, I guess you can chalk it up to him grieving. And this is just how he's kind of coping with it, trying to be like, Alice is still here, you know, like she's not fully gone.
Later in the movie, they describe, like, because before they actually exhumed the body, that the mom was talking about exhuming the body. So, and the dad was kind of just like, no, we're not going to do that.
Well, yeah, because whenever they found Alice's body, the dad was the one who...
He was the only one who saw it.
Yeah, he was the one that identified her. And I hear that a lot. I watch and listen to a lot of true crime stuff. Growing up, I watched the ID channel all the time. And that happens a lot in these cases where the dad has to identify the body of you know, anyone who has passed in their family, like a child. And this was very real during this mockumentary when he was talking about how he felt like it was his duty as the father to do that so that he wouldn't have to put that on his wife.
But also at the same time, he feels regret that he should have, because then the mother doesn't have that closure.
Yeah.
She never saw the body. So
this is why when
Matthew is just like, well, dad was talking about not doing it, but mom was doing it. He kind of saw it as like this further push to get the body examined, to get that kind of closure.
Exactly, yeah.
So he starts faking the photos and stuff like that.
And then, you know, obviously they exhume her body, they get the DNA and confirm that it is Alice. And the interviewer in the documentary asks Matt, like, well, do you feel like you doing that made it worse for your mom?
And he does admit that maybe it did, which, yeah, that 100% did.
It sure did, yeah.
But also you can see all of this as just like...
You can see both sides.
You can see it as him coping with the death of Alice, but at the same time you can see it as just like he's trying to atone for maybe a death that he caused.
Possibly.
It can be read either way.
Yeah. I like the theory though. Is there more to this theory that he done really. It? Okay, just that he done it.
There's just that where it's like he did it. I'm pretty sure.
Is there like a motive behind it that they talk about?
We get like a little bit of a montage near like the middle of the movie where it kind of shows them kind of being not really friendly to each other, kind of standoffish. Like Alice at one point like has a tennis ball and she's like, I'm gonna throw it at you, and Matt is just like, no, it's gonna fucking hurt, don't do that, and stuff like that. They have the little like moment where we see like Matt in Alice's room just filming her, and then she turns around and just like, get out of my room and stuff like that. Which, by the way, the father at the beginning of the movie describes a dream where he goes into Alice's room and Alice is like coming in, sitting down at her desk, then turns around and yells, get out. Yeah,
and he said that he had never seen her like that before.
Yeah.
But I assume it was like through Matt's perspective that she was showing him, maybe. Which anything that gets more of a...
Where it's like Alice probably implanted that idea, because that video like that thing actually happens
Yeah.
that we see. Like Matt is in the room and Alice acts that way towards
I
him.
did see that because the first time I watched this, I was skipping a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Watching it on 2x speed.
Yeah.
Just...
But I don't know if Tubi has that feature, so I think I was just skipping like 10 seconds. But I was locked in this time around, so don't even come for me on this. But I did see that, you know, the dad talked about that dream and about like seeing her, and it felt so real. And then she like just like turned and was just so angry. He had never seen her like that before. They made that such like a prominent interview, and then they show how Matt was filming her and she did the same thing. So I feel like there's
theory, some credibility to the theory. I don't know. I go back and forth on the theory. Like, it makes the movie make sense.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, there's a lot left unanswered.
Yeah.
I think that's intentional because, again, it's all told from the perspective of this is what the family knows, this is what the police know, and they don't have all the evidence.
Well, and that's what, like, I don't want to say this, but that's the fun, quote unquote, of a movie like this.
Yeah, there's no fun to be had in this movie.
It is trying to piece together, you know, be a little armchair detective, trying to figure out what could have happened, might have happened, you know, your own theories. Like, that's what is nice about movies that don't, like, spoon feed you the plot and, you know, what happened and all of that. Like, they leave it up to you as the viewer.
But also, I just like the idea of just, this is, like, someone... The whole paranormal stuff is just visualizing a way that a person deals with, like, the existential dread of just, like, death is coming for me. Mm-hmm. Of just, I mean, we've all had that where it's just, like, we think about it all the time. Mm-hmm. And we don't like it. And this is just, like, a visual representation of that. So, having it just be an accidental death, I also like as just a theory of just, it's this horrible thing that happened... that Alice throughout her life probably had some form of anxiety of just like, death is going to come for me. Because she even states, like, near the end of the movie, she's afraid of death.
Yeah.
And, like, literally she gets a premonition of her own dead body at the end of the movie. So, I go back and forth between this theory.
Yeah, because, I mean, it could have, like you said, could have just been an accident. She could have slipped.
She could have got caught on something, like, dams are very, like... I don't know. I want to go swimming near a dam.
No. So, I mean, it can go either way. It is that I like that theory, though, just because the fact that Matt was being so weird about it.
But then again, Matt is also a teenage boy.
Exactly. So
teenage boys are weird. I was a quiet teenage kid, too, so...
I was never a teenage boy.
Looking back at it, some people probably thought I was going to be a school shooter at some point. I used to be into leather jackets, so...
Oh, yeah. Fedoras, right? Did you have a fedora?
Not in high school.
Oh, okay.
Not until later on in high school when it's like for Halloween I'd dress up as Freddy Krueger.
Oh, I love that.
So, like, I got a taste for fedoras from that.
Got a little taste.
A little taste. Early high school, though, was leather jackets. Mainly because I thought the Terminator looked cool in it.
I love that. No, people were probably like... Ooh.
Yeah, people were... Well, I mean, when I was in high school, school shootings weren't as prominent as they are nowadays, so...
Yeah. But back on track.
Back on track.
So...
Mungo time.
It's Mungo time. But yeah, so as they're going through these interviews, the whole family's trying to deal with the grief, go through it. They meet a psychic? Is that what he called himself? A medium. Okay, I didn't know if it was psychic or medium. Ray.
Which, Ray is a nice presence, but I'm always skeptical of mediums.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, at their heart, they're kind of con artists. I just go back to Ed and Lorraine Warren of just, like, they preyed on innocent people who are grieving, but I don't think Ray's like that. But I always had that skepticism.
I know those movies are so popular, but I also hate that they are because of the fact of the people who...
I hate that those movies portray them as good people.
Exactly.
And they really weren't.
They really, really were not. They were manipulating people.
It's kind of like The Greatest Showman when they present P.T. Barnum as this great guy, and it's like, no, he abused animals.
Yeah, so take that as you will. I mean, obviously you can enjoy like the movies and stuff, but it kind of sucks that they are portraying them as these great people who are trying to help.
But Ray seems like he genuinely wants to help.
He does.
Because June is the one that contacts him. Because I think June... We get this kind of, like... Maybe Alice and June kind of had this, I don't know, psychic connection with each other. That kind of plays throughout the movie. So I'm guessing she's feeling Alice's presence more than anybody else. So she goes to this psychic. But, like, the dad is just like, I don't have a strong opinion about him one way or the other. At first he was just like, I didn't really want him for dinner, but June seemed okay with it, so I was okay with it.
Yeah, no, this is very much a very, like, traditional family that, you know, the mom's wanting to try this new thing that can maybe, you know, connect her with her daughter who's passed, and he's just like, I don't believe in this mumbo jumbo, but if that makes you happy, sure, honey.
I think he literally says that at one point. He's like, I don't believe this. No, he describes it, and he's like, he's not creepy or mumbo jumbo-y or anything like that.
See, I didn't even remember that. But yeah, like that just seems like something that he would say.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the best compliment that you can get as a medium of just like, hey, he doesn't seem creepy.
Yeah. Did you ever watch The Long Island Medium?
No, what's that?
It's this woman from Long Island who is a medium. And here,
seems pretty self-explanatory when I think about it. I don't know what I was expecting.
I don't know either. I'll show you a picture of her. Her hair is...
Holy shit!
The higher the hair, the closer to God, I think is what she says. Or is a saying.
She should get a different saying.
No, she, like... I mean, I feel like she's very sweet.
Well, I'm pretty sure that image can get me to believe in ghosts because I believe they're all in that hair.
They're all just
Jesus
haunting
Christ.
her hair.
I've heard of a beehive do, but that's insane.
Yeah. I don't know if a lot of people now know about Long Island Medium. But if you don't, I saw this reel the other day of this mom kind of poking fun at it. And she was literally like, did someone have... Jake, I'm sensing Jake, or like I can't even remember. She was saying someone's name, and she's like, "Did you have an uncle that passed that was Jake?" And I'm seeing a color, you know, like they always do stuff like that, where they're trying to like fish for something, someone in the audience.
That's how they do it. There's a comedian that I love. His name is Brian Regan. He has a whole bit about it where he's just like, he loves psychics of just like they'll just throw out whatever and stuff like that. And it's like, I'm getting an M from you. Do you know someone with like the name of an M? And he's like, his name was Bo Ziffer, and he's like, Mr. Bo Ziffer.
Yeah. Mr. That's the M. That's where I'm getting it from.
Like, and he's like, this man died of natural causes, and he's like, he was shot in the face by a bazooka. He's like, so naturally he'd be dead.
Yeah. Yeah, it's stuff like that. It's so funny, but also not because they're playing with people's grief.
Yeah, like if you're grieving out there, if you lost someone or if you're going through a tough time, go see a therapist. Don't turn to a medium because they're just going to say whatever it is you want to hear and not actually help.
Yeah, and honestly, they might think that that's helping you because... They're
trying to justify it.
Yeah, that's the thing. They think that they're helping you, and honestly, it could be stunting your grieving process.
It could be stunting your growth.
Yeah,
you won't hit a growth spurt.
You won't hit it. You'll stay the same size forever. But yeah, so they meet with Ray, and honestly, they seem to end up in a very weird friendship with him. They
because
go on
like
road trips with him.
Matthew goes on like this road trip with Ray.
Just him.
To some kind of, I don't even know what it was. It was like a convention or something like that, or part of a job. And it was like him going and photographing everything. It's super bizarre.
And I mean, the parents were saying that they felt like that would be good for Matt to do, and maybe Ray could help him process some things.
I mean, at the same time, we have to keep in mind, we're Americans. This is Australia. Maybe it's different down there.
You think? I don't know. I feel like here people would do crazy stuff like that too. Go on a road trip with a medium.
I wouldn't let my kid go on a road trip with any medium.
See, we wouldn't, and probably not a lot of people in Australia would, but there's some people for sure that would be a little crazy. Yeah. with working customer service, I know some crazy people. I think they would do it.
You make a good point. But no,
Exactly.
it is pretty odd to just be like, hey, this guy that we met a couple months ago, why don't you go on a 3-day road trip with him?
And it's odd, but I think that they're just trying to grasp onto anything that could maybe help their family through this. But again, therapy would have been great. A family therapist, that would have been awesome for them.
Yeah, but the dad himself is not even, like, the dad, when this all happens, kind of just throws himself into work. Typical dad behavior.
Which, again, yeah, and not only that, like, a lot of people do that. That's another thing of grief, is sometimes they just, to get your mind off of something, you just throw yourself at the closest thing, and a lot of times that's work.
Yeah, because here's the thing, like, I've lost loved ones, but, like, someone, like, super close to me, I haven't really lost that much. So it's like, I haven't had that experience, but I remember, like, a few years back, I got into a car accident, and I was kind of in a tough place in my life, and the way that I did deal with it was just, I kind of worked long hours at our jobs. So.
Yeah. And I mean, that's just it's a distraction.
It kept my mind off of everything that was going on.
Exactly.
So.
And I think this does a really good job with showing different grieving processes. Throwing yourself into work, doctoring videos, going to a psychic or a medium.
Going to the lake where your sister drowned and wearing her clothes. Normal stuff.
Just stuff, you know.
But yeah, they do meet Ray. They have a really good scene with the seance. This was the first scene when I first watched this movie that really scared me.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about the scene that scared me the most too later.
It was where they're at the seance, and it just seems like a normal seance. And then they cut a little later, and they're just like, we reviewed the footage, and we saw Alice there, and then just slowly zooms in, and in the background, in the back room, there she is. I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Being creepy as hell, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fake. Like, we learned that this one is fake, but, like, it doesn't, like, hinder how scary it is.
Yeah. No, like I said, this movie does a really good job at
building tension.
And it's creepy. It is very creepy. Just seeing looming shadows and figures in the dark.
Like I said, it's one of my biggest fears of just, like, that's the reason why I don't record myself, like, just day to day of just, like, I look behind me and there's just something there that I didn't notice. That's why I have the curtains drawn so that way we don't see
there's
anything.
No movement back there. Like that one time when that window...
Oh yeah, where you were during our Krampus episode, you were convinced that something was out there.
Was it Krampus?
I'm pretty sure it was Krampus because I kept joking. It's like, yeah, I keep Krampus out there.
Oh yeah,
he's just out back, hanging out,
just chilling. I'm trying to see. At one point, they find out. Is this too much later that they find out that
Ray, there isn't really like structure, like a normal plot structure, so we can kind of go.
Okay, because they find out that Alice had met with Ray before.
Yes, so Alice had gone to Ray. I guess to jump a little ahead, after the events of Lake Mungo, to consult with him.
Yeah. Should we bring up those events before we get into that, or
to the actual Lake Mungo?
To what? Well, to the other thing with the neighbors too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we find out that Alice has lived a life that her family doesn't really know about.
Which, by the way, for all you Twin Peaks fans out there, the character's name is Alice Palmer. That is probably not a coincidence because famously in Twin Peaks, Laura Palmer is the subject of, like, the main thrust of the entire show. Pretty much almost the same thing of just, like, Laura Palmer was discovered drowned. And she led this double life in Twin Peaks that nobody knew about because Laura Palmer was, like, your perfect high school girl. She was, like, super popular, head of the committee, prom queen, sort of just, like, your perfect like angel of a high schooler, but then throughout the show you learn, oh, she had this deep dark secrets that she kept from everybody.
Okay.
So I feel like this movie takes a lot of inspiration from.
I heard that like the names were pulled from Twin Peaks.
Yeah, like
and obviously
having
the parallels.
Having the family's last name be Palmer is not a coincidence. They're pretty much telling you like we're Twin Peaks focused.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Twin Peaks, I'm talking about the show, not the restaurant. I made that mistake before.
Oh yes, yeah, we're talking about the show.
Yeah. When I first heard about Twin Peaks, the restaurant, a little embarrassing on my part, because it was like log cabin and everything like that. I thought it was a themed restaurant after the TV show.
You told me that, and I was like, "Oh, you must."
Yeah, and then people told me it was like it's basically like Hooters, and I was just like, oh, that's not what I was expecting at all,
like,
because I thought like maybe the company was founded in like Washington where Twin Peaks was filmed, and it was just a reference. Nah, it's just a titty bar. And I'm just like, as a man, I shouldn't be disappointed at that, but I am.
You said I was.
I was.
God, the amount of times my parents freaking took me there is crazy. And that
Really?
might be like crazy to hear, but whenever I used to drink, whenever my parents would come up, both of them too, because they're divorced. So like when one of them would visit me, or even like the other one,
Yeah, like all 5 of my parents.
they always wanted to go to Twin Peaks because the beer there is very cold. They keep it very, very cold there.
Okay,
which
I can understand that.
yeah. So they had good beer.
And no other reason.
Well, my dad probably had it, but
Yeah,
my mom,
probably.
like she was just like, I like a cold beer. Like it doesn't matter who's there. But yeah, no, I remember my 21st birthday when my dad came up. I don't think it was on my my 21st birthday, but he had came up later to celebrate with me, and yeah, took me to Twin Peaks.
That must have been awkward.
Yeah, no, we went several times. Like,
oh God, really?
yeah.
Several.
No, I think I probably like 2 or 3 times with my dad, probably the same amount with my mom. Like they loved that. And I really didn't want to be there.
Interesting. I've never been to Twin Peaks.
The food's
all.
not good, at least the one here.
Well, yeah, it's a chain restaurant.
It's
of course
just
it's
not. Yeah.
It would probably be at the same level of like what the food at Hooters is.
I've never been to
Which, by
Hooters.
the way, I've never been to Hooters
Yeah.
either.
But no,
My
the food's
brother
just...
actually went to Hooters once back in 2009 when we went to California to visit family. He and my cousin went to Hooters. I didn't want to go because like nothing there sounded interesting to me, so I went to Subway instead because I was 17 and stupid.
Like you're like, no Hooters for me.
But obviously, like
fresh.
my brother and my cousin went there, you know, for obvious reasons. They're teenagers, of course.
They're like, oh.
And they came back and they were just like, not only were we disappointed with the experience, but the food was also bad.
That's kind of what you get. So
yeah. So I felt proud of myself at the time to be like, well, I actually got good food.
Yeah.
As good as Subway can be.
Yeah, I was like, I hate Subway.
I don't mind it, but I don't go there anymore.
But anyways, so we'll get back to the Twin Peaks of it all.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So anyway, Alice had lived this double life. She had been babysitting for the neighbors, the Tuies.
Yes, and Alice is 16, right? In this.
Yes.
I would say that this was very much on the neighbors for this relationship happening, and they definitely like manipulated this. Obviously, there's a power dynamic happening. I think in Australia, the age of consent is different than here.
It is. Okay. So I was very curious because like when this whole so the whole thing is like the Tuies have been sleeping with Alice.
Yes.
Which, ew, disgusting.
Yeah.
It's
their babysitter.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Like, it's probably the most real scary thing. Like, real scary thing about this movie.
I remember when I first watched this, I was
it's
shocked.
Shocking, yeah.
I was like, oh, what the hell? Like, that is terrifying.
But anyway, of course the Palmers wanted to press charges because they see it as just like they were kind of indirectly complicit with her death because maybe the guilt of all this loomed over her head and it caused her death. But the police in this say that even if they caught the Tuies, they couldn't really do anything or charge them because the sex was consensual. So I had to look it up, and thank you, Lake Mungo, because I'm probably on a list somewhere for looking this up.
I looked this up, too.
I looked up the age consent in Australia, and it is 16. It is, yeah.
I looked it up, too.
Which I don't care what the law says. That's gross.
That's a teenager.
That's a literal child.
That's disgusting.
Like, even I have weird feelings about the 18 age of consent.
I also do as well.
Like I get it. Teen, like I get it legally. It's
you're
okay,
an adult,
but morally it is not. If you're like in your mid to late 30s,
exactly, like,
and if you're approaching your 40s, don't do it.
No,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, it's gross. But how they found this out. This was the scariest scene.
Oh, was it
to me, because as they were looking back at the videos that Matt was filming, they noticed, they were talking about how he doctored Alice in one of them. But one of the images in that specific video they were talking about was real, and you could just see their neighbor crouched down
in Alice's room.
In like a corner. It is the creepiest, eeriest thing. I got like goosebumps right now of just like this grown ass man crouching. A man, the scariest thing ever.
A man?
Yeah.
Shit, let me get off camera.
Yeah. Literally crouched down in a dark corner, and they found out that he was searching for
a videotape that they had.
Yes, of them sleeping
Boinking.
together. Yeah, of them sleeping together.
We gotta make it YouTube.
Not
friendly.
even
they'd be boinking.
Yeah, I was like, not even sleeping together, like literally taking advantage of this teenager.
Mm-hmm.
So he was looking for that. So obviously they also felt guilty that they were guilty of this, and they also fucking fled. They left.
Oh yeah, they just up and left.
Yeah, and so that's when.
And so weird that the police are just like, yeah, we followed it for a while, and then the trace went cold. And I was just like, fucking what?
What do you mean?
But then again, most of Australia is just fucking nothing. So it's I guess you could disappear easily.
But no, that's just submits. I don't know. It amplifies it even more that obviously they felt some sort of guilt too. Yeah. And the fact that like he broke into their house to look for this at night.
While everyone's sleeping. Which, by the way, when we first see that footage the first time, you can see him. He's there. He's in the mirror.
So creepy.
Yeah.
But also, speaking of people breaking into houses.
Oh yeah, the mom does that.
Which is so weird. It was a part of, she was coping. I just clocked that doll over there. That scared the crap out of me.
Clown.
And it's so funny because
have you noticed what is above it?
I see it every time.
Oh, you actually? Me and my sister have been wondering when you would notice that.
No, I noticed it a long time ago. I love it. I always look up at it. For those of you,
for context, guys, hold on.
We're in a heavy section.
This is going to be interesting.
Can you see?
Up here on the fridge, you can see that there's this clown. I don't know if
I saw that clown multiple times too, and it still scared the crap out of me right now.
Yeah, I don't know if the mic is picking up what I'm saying, but there's a clown right up there.
Oh, he's saying that there's a clown, and then up above it there is a pink camel with hair.
It's a wig for a cat.
It's a wig for a cat, which is even funnier. For those of you...
So context behind that wig. My sister likes to joke that my cat Sanchez looks like Hitler. Because he's got the mustache and he kind of has a little part right up here. Mm-hmm. So she bought that wig to put over him to make his hair look a lot more like Hitler's hair. Of course, which didn't go over well when she tried because my cat is just like, don't fucking touch me.
I'm sure Sanchez hated that.
So anyway, she was trying to find a place to put it. She initially was going to put it on that gnome over there, but it wouldn't stay on. So I had the idea. I was just like, I'm going to put it on that camel.
No, I love it.
And then I told her, I was just like, I'm going to see how long it's going to take for Nikki to notice that.
I can't even remember the first time I saw it.
Because I put that up there like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I know you might see me on film looking up every now and then. I'm always looking at it. Like, I'll flick my eyes up to it because it's so funny.
God.
It's so silly. And I was going to bring it up, but whatever we were talking about, like, during one of the episodes when I first saw it. I didn't want to interrupt it, so I was like, you know what?
I wish you had done that because that would have been hilarious. Just you in the middle of a thought and you just look up and it's like, that fucking wig on a camel.
It's so funny.
Like you did now when you clocked that clown.
Oh my gosh, it scared me so much.
Oh, by the way, my sister actually got me this. If we're still on side tangent.
Yes, yeah, go for it. I didn't even remember what the hell I was talking about.
My sister, my older sister and my younger sister went thrift shopping.
Oh my god, I see
and my sister found this. Look at that. That shit is awesome.
I love that.
I want to get it in a little closer here. I know we're not in Stephen King month anymore, but look at that.
Cody, for those of you listening and not watching on YouTube, Cody's holding up a thrifted Pennywise shirt.
Yeah, it's a blue shirt. It's got a poster. It's kind of, it almost looks like a stamp or something like that.
Yeah, the art I love.
Yeah, it's like Mr. King presents Pennywise the Dancing Clown, and it's Tim Curry's Pennywise from the 90s. And it just has like, come see it, Derry, Maine, all summer of 1958.
Oh, it says performance every 27 years.
Yes.
I love that.
That's a good detail. I love that too.
No, the art's really cute. But
anyways, end of side tangents.
Yes,
I
and
guess.
if you guys only listen on like Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can check us out on YouTube. You can see,
we're pretty fun.
Yeah, you get to see all the weird shit that we're holding up.
You can see my glorious beard.
Yeah.
And man bun. I look like every 2010s hipster.
I know. I said fedora earlier, man.
Yeah. I wish I had it in here, but it's in my car. So.
Next time. But yeah, I can't remember. I know we were talking about how gross the neighbors were.
Well, we were talking about the mom
breaking in.
So after all this, like, she's been sleepwalking and stuff like that. But one thing that we also learned is either at night or just during the day, she'll just wander into other people's... It's at night.
She was saying she'll take these walks to kind of clear her mind because of the fact that she was sleepy walking.
Sleepy walking.
She was sleepy walking. She was
sleepy walking with her walkie-talkie.
She was sleepwalking so much that she said, like, I'm not going to sleep anyway, so I might as well just walk around the block. And she would enter these people's homes and just stand there. And she said it was just nice to enter someone else's life for a little bit.
I can see that as, like, a coping mechanism. Like, what you just experienced was so horrific that to step into someone else's house, it can kind of add a layer in between to make it not seem like it was a real
mask
thing.
To you.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, don't go wandering into people's homes.
Don't break and enter. But yeah, so she was upset when the neighbor did this to her. But
oh yeah, I love that. Just like, what the fuck was he doing in our house? And it's like, what the fuck were you doing in other people's houses?
Yeah. But yeah, this is when they obviously discover that the neighbors were being disgusting. And so, yeah, nothing really came of that, which was just sad because, like you said, the cops were like, yeah, can't do anything. Sorry.
And then again, like, this documentary is told, like, you know, it's what the family knows. It's what the cops know. If the trail went cold, that's just the end of it.
Yeah.
They ever make a sequel, it's just like, we fucking lock the Toomies. the Toomies. Toomey is the guy from Langoliers.
Yes. Mr. Toomey.
Which, by the way, I know we're going on a lot of side tangents. I want to make a correction from our Langoliers episode, which went up yesterday, which gives you a time frame as to when this is being recorded. I made the mistake of saying I first watched the Langoliers in 2018. That's not true. It was 2008.
Oh my god. That's such a huge
difference.
I mean, just a slip, though.
I mean, it was late. We recorded it chapter 1 and chapter 2 beforehand. So my mom was the one who pointed out to me because she was like, oh, I remember watching this like when we lived at this house. And I was just like, yeah, that's what I was referring to. And she was like, you said you watched it in 2018. I was like, did I say that? Holy shit.
She said, you big fat liar. Oh my god.
It's like, no, it's 2008.
No, I think at one point in that episode as well, I said it's so funny, it's bad, but I meant to say it's so bad, it's funny. So we were both.
Same difference. It's kind of, it is so bad, it's funny.
No, I was listening to that episode while I was taking an hour to get here.
Let me just listen to the Langoliers.
Yeah, no, I was listening to it, and I was cracking up. I make myself laugh. I was like, oh, we were doing so good that day.
I wish I was funny.
No, we were. It was a good back and forth. It was both of us. Oh man. Sorry, we're having these tangents just because of the fact that there's heavier topics like we talked about.
Yeah,
and bring
we
her
like
back.
the family are trying to distract ourselves from the grief and trauma.
But yeah, so we're learning about so many things from Alice's life now. I think they end up discovering a journal.
Which we get like this great scene of just like the mother reading from it. And she's like kind of crying her eyes out while she's reading it. I'm just like, bravo to this actress. Like she doesn't have any other credits from what I could find. But like she's great in this.
No, I felt like a lot of these, and like I was saying, a lot of the script, it was just the outline of the plot, and they improvised a lot of the lines in this, and they all did very well.
One of my favorite like line readings is like the dad mentions that he keeps a porch light on every night, just in case like Alice comes home. But he has like a great delivery where the interviewer, which by the way, that's the director.
I assume maybe,
yeah. He asks him, it's like, well, why do you keep the porch light on? And he like pauses, and you can see in his eyes of just like trying to come up with a rational answer, but he can't. So he just says, well, in case Alice comes home.
Yeah,
so,
it's sad.
It's very sad.
But
they discover a journal, and in there is where they discover the medium's card.
Yeah, she went to Ray at one point, and the family felt a little
betrayed.
Yeah, and Ray said that he didn't feel like there was a need or a purpose to bring up the fact that Alice had came to him.
Well, he was trying to also honor like patient doctor confidentiality. Well, he's not a doctor.
Just the confidentiality. Like, I'm sure he still wants to uphold that.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's like, dude, you're not a medical profession, and you can tell them. Of just like, you don't have to go into specific details of what you guys talked about.
Yeah.
But you can just be like, hey, I have talked to Alice before.
Well, and just like...
Or like she came to me to talk to me.
Yeah, and the fact that the family just seemed so close with him for a while. I mean, Matt was going on
for a while.
trips.
It was a few months.
Yeah, like Matt
like
was going
this
on
whole
trips
movie
with
takes
him.
place from like I believe the end of 2006 to from the end of 2005 to I believe like the beginning of 2007. Yeah. So like roughly like a kind of a big year.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, they did seem pretty close with this guy, or they were letting him into their lives. It seemed like quite a bit.
They were having dinner with him.
And so I get that they felt betrayed by him. So they felt like after finding that out, they took a step back from the friendship with Ray. They
were just like, we don't want to see him anymore. They felt betrayed because they're just like, well, he kept this from us, and it just. I mean, I get that. It's just like, why would you keep that information to yourself? It does feel like a betrayal, like you can't trust what this guy's saying. No. Which, to be fair, in any other case with a medium, you shouldn't believe what they say.
Exactly. I also wrote in my notes, because we're not just getting interviews with the parents and the son, the family, we're getting interviews from like friends and family as well.
This movie, at the very beginning of it, like it throws a whole bunch of characters at you, which is why probably the first time I watched it, I didn't connect with it as much.
Yeah.
Because like the movie is just like, here's a character, here's a character, here's a character, and you're trying to figure out who to focus on and who's not really important.
Well, and I feel like that was one of the main problems to me, in my opinion, about this movie, is that there was just so many good ideas just like crammed into this movie that's like an hour.
It's like an hour 25.
Hour 20,
it's about roughly the same length that Cloverfield was.
Yeah, so, cramming all, because like I said, on paper, this is a good movie. I have been enjoying talking about it. But yeah, it kind of is just like, and then this happened, and this happened, and this person's talking about this, and then that, and that, and that, and now we're done. It throws a lot of things at you at once. So it's kind of hard to process through everything.
It's kind of why, like, upon rewatching it, for me at least, like, I like it better. Because it's like, now I have that expectation of what's happening. Now I can actually focus on what's actually going on.
Yeah. No, and like I said, you know, the first time I watched this, I really didn't like it, but I rated it pretty high. Like, I rated it 2.5. Rewatching it, I rated it lower than that. But it's just, but I liked it more. I don't know. I'm confusing. But
me no know what I'm doing.
Me no know. But I don't know. Now talking about it, maybe I'll watch it again, and then maybe I'll rate it higher.
That's fair.
Yeah, because I feel like now with the different theories, I'll watch it differently. But I was gonna bring up how they're talking about different to different people, different neighbors and people in their lives.
You know who I feel bad for?
Who?
Is Alice's boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Because he had to figure out through this documentary that his girlfriend was cheating on him with a much older man.
Yeah.
They even had that moment where they just asked him how he was feeling. He's just like, I fucking feel betrayed.
Well, he was like, I thought we were good.
Yeah, and he's like, if I had known that, we wouldn't have been going out.
Mm-hmm. No, that's just what, like, I don't know. She seemed to be going through things. I mean, she's a 16-year-old girl, and it seemed like these two adults very much took advantage of her situation and possibly, like, her trying to just figure things out, you know?
It could have been a grooming situation. Mm-hmm. We don't know how long.
How long she's been there. Yeah, like, I don't think they said how long.
Like, we need to keep in mind, like, Alice died at 16, which is the age of consent in Australia. But she had been babysitting for the Tuohys for 2.5 years.
Did they say that?
Yeah. So it's just like, we don't know how long this has actually been going on. Whether or not they waited till she was 16, or maybe they groomed her.
Well, even that, yeah.
Or maybe even worse, that they were doing stuff before she turned 16.
So, exactly. So it's like, this isn't even, like, on Alice. Like, this is not the fault of her.
But still, I feel really bad for that boyfriend.
Yeah, like, it's a lot to...
Like, this is how you find this out.
Yeah, you found this out. Your girlfriend that you were with for however long passed away. Like... It seems like a small town, so I'm sure this is something everyone's talking about. Like,
oh, yeah. Like, everybody knows. Like I said, they interview friends, and like, everyone hears about, like, the pictures, the footage by a man named Bob Smeet, which is my favorite named character of any fictional thing. Bob Smeet. It's Bob Smeet.
Smeet.
What a great name for a character. Just a random character.
Is he the one that took the video?
He's the one that took the video of Matthew, like, in the distance with, I guess, a hoodie up to make it look like it's Alice's hair. But he's the one who captures the initial footage of just, like, Alice standing at the lake. Yeah. It's the other family, I can't remember what their names were, that, like, get the second POV. It's like where we see Matt walking. Okay.
Because, one of them, like, took a photo and the other one took, like, a video, I think.
Well, I think they're...
Or was it a steal from a video?
I think the first one, I think the Bob Smee is the photo and then the other one's a video. Okay. I think. I'm trying to... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it is.
But then they interview one of their friends and I was kind of like, I don't know, I guess this is another take on how people... you know, if someone is grieving and how you would console them. Because this woman was talking about how she felt like she couldn't be there for her friend, the mom. What was the mom's name again?
June.
June. She said she felt like she couldn't be there for June and the family because June and, you know, the Palmers weren't religious. So she didn't know what to say. Yeah. And I'm like, I feel like you could find something to say.
I mean, like, at the same time, you can just sit there and let her air out her grievances. Yeah, just be there for her. Yeah.
So I was like, that seems like not a good friend behavior.
You don't really have to just be like, and God will be with you.
Yeah. It's like there's so many other things you can say. And like you said, you don't have to say anything. You can just be there for them. Yeah. And when I watched this the second time and I caught her saying that, I was like, hold on. Yeah. I was like, there's many of things you could say or not say just to be there for someone. Even show up with some food. That's something. Because a lot of people don't want to do anything.
Show up with a Chipotle burrito.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have Chipotle down
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they have that.
This takes place in Ararat. I don't know if they have any.
Do y'all have Chipotle over there?
Let us know in the comment. Our one Australian listener on Spotify.
Please let us know.
If you're not a VPN person. If you're actually from Australia.
But yeah, it's just like, even go over and like clean or something. Like,
or,
I don't know.
Take them out, distract them with stuff. Go to a movie. Yeah. That's what I do. I go to the movies a lot.
Yeah. I went to watch a movie by myself not that long ago.
Dare you? No, I'm just kidding. I do that all the time.
I love doing that. It's so nice. I always go to like the 2 p.m. like the matinees or whatever.
You see, I work during those hours, so I can't really do
that. I go like on my day off, you know.
Oh, fair enough.
But yeah, I went to go see Iron Lung.
Oh, how was that?
I liked it.
Interesting.
And like, I don't know.
With Mr. Markiplier.
Mr. Markiplier. Mr. Mark Fishbach? Is
Mr.
That
E.
No, because whenever I was watching, this is our Iron Lung review, by the way.
Oh yeah, we're stopping right now and talking about Iron Lung.
But I feel like that would be fun to do a month of video game inspired movies.
Oh,
and I feel like Iron Lung would be a good one.
We'd have to review Pixels.
Oh,
I'm just
God.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
I've heard of that movie. I think Jay talked to me about that movie.
It will be a cold day in hell when we review one of those Adam Sandler movies.
But no, it was good. I mean, at first, it was hard for me to be like, I was like, this is Markiplier, like this is a YouTuber I've watched before. But he actually did really good in it. Okay. I enjoyed it. If I didn't,
I mean, it's not like he spent like a decade or more entertaining people with a performance.
Exactly. So. But yeah, like I feel like if I didn't watch like his playthrough of it and like know a little bit about it, I would have maybe been a little confused, a little lost. But because I already had seen that and knew a little bit, it was nice.
Okay.
But I felt like he fleshed it out a little bit more, which I appreciate.
One of the jokes I've seen online that I think is really funny is just like when this gets released on Blu-ray and Markiplier does a commentary, it should just be his playthrough of Iron Lung. Hello everyone, I'm Markiplier, and today I'm playing Iron Lung.
Oh man. No, I liked it though. It was good. But yeah, I always like going to the movies by myself.
Yeah, I do it often.
It's
more like I go back and forth. Like sometimes I see a movie with family. Mm-hmm. Not often. Like I saw Avatar: Fire and Ash with my family.
Yeah.
More often than not, I'll go to the movies with my best friend Joey. So he and I will go to the movies a lot, but most of the time I see movies by myself.
Yeah.
Because no, I do like to just sit there. Because that's how my mind works. I like to sit there. I like to analyze a movie while I'm watching it.
Mm-hmm. I just like the, I don't know. It's just nice to have some time to yourself in watching something new that's like not on your couch or when I'm like watching on my iPad or something. It's a nice experience. I would recommend it. Go to the movies by yourself.
Go to the movies. Go see Markiplier.
Yeah, go see Iron Lung. It was
Don't
pretty
go
good.
see that Chris Stuckman movie. No, I'm just kidding.
Who?
Chris Stuckman. He's an online movie reviewer on YouTube. He also made a movie last year called Shelby Oaks.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Which apparently is okay. I haven't seen it.
Is that the one where...
It's also a found footage movie.
Yes. Yeah. I've been wanting to watch this.
I've heard it's okay, so...
Hell yeah. Where to watch? YouTube for $5.99. I don't know about that.
Oh, interesting. You have to sign up for YouTube Premium to watch it.
I know. Ugh.
What a good advertisement for YouTube Premium that would be, though. That's what Markiplier should do.
Right,
for Iron Lung. Like, release a Blu-ray, but then just, like, you can stream it on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah.
Oh, he should put it on his channel.
Yeah. Just put it on there.
Like members only sort of thing. Mm-hmm. It's like you can go and buy the Blu-ray for $20, or if you subscribe to my channel for $5 a month, you can watch Iron Lung that way.
Dude, I'd fuck with that.
Oh, that'd be genius. So many people would fucking do that.
Dude, I'm like, dude, shout out to him and like everyone who like went and supported him. Like he has so many people that fuck with him that they're like, I'm gonna go watch that, and he did awesome. Good for you, man.
Anyway, Lake Mungo.
Lake Mungo, Mungo time.
It's Mungo time.
Where were we at?
Oh, we're just talking about, like, there's a bunch of different characters being interviewed. One of them is a mom's friend who's not really there. I mean, this whole movie is just, like, a bunch of people not really being there for each other.
It really seems like
because,
that.
like, even Alice, like, before her death felt like she was kind of isolated from her family. Mm-hmm. When the mom's reading that passage from her diary, it's just like, she woke up feeling drugged, which, by the way, that lends to the brother theory of just, like, why is she waking up feeling like she was drugged?
Yeah.
Maybe the brother was drugging her. But she woke up feeling drugged and, like, walks into the mom's room, like, wanting to talk to her, but couldn't, so she kind of just stands there petrified.
Yeah.
So it's, like, this whole system of just, like, people wanting to talk to each other, but not being able to. Which, by the way, the mom has a dream that's like that. That lends to, like, they have this psychic connection of just, like, she has a dream of this thing that actually happened with Alice.
Yeah.
And we get more of that to the end, too.
Yeah, because there's, like, a thing at the end where they're, like,
with
walking
Ray
through the
and
house.
everything. So.
Yeah, because we get the telling of the story through Alice as well when she was talking to Ray, right? There's, like, a recording of her saying, like...
Kind of, yeah.
Like, my mom's there, but I don't think she can see me. Yeah, very haunting, that part.
Very haunting.
But
speaking of haunting, should we get to Lake Mungo itself?
I was just going to say, yeah, it's like they find out that there's like phone footage of her burying something, correct?
Yes, so the whole context of it, she goes on this trip with her friends to Lake Mungo, which is a real place actually in Australia, and it does look like that. There's no actual lake at Lake Mungo. Yeah. I imagine at one point there was a lake there, and then it's just gone.
Yeah.
But anyway, they go there to, like, have a fun night, which, I don't know, is that what teenagers like to do? Go out in the middle of the desert and just party?
I mean, yeah, because back in my hometown, like, people would go down to the river, and it was dried up. And they would go out and party.
Okay, fair enough.
So I was like, I think they did.
Well, I was going to the movies like a civilized adult.
Yeah, I mean, like, I went there, like, to four-wheel before. That was really fun.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
But yeah, I think that was more like my parents' time where, like,
but
people would go down the river to do that. I wouldn't go.
Like pitch black middle of the night.
Oh, no.
Because that's what they're doing.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm sure people would. I wouldn't want to do that. I didn't really party, though, when I was, like, in that age.
Yeah, neither did I.
Even, like, whenever I was, like, 21 and over, I don't like going out. I don't like people.
I don't drink. I've never been drunk, actually.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Because I'm scared of what kind of drunk I'd be.
Yeah, I don't drink anymore because being drunk is actually not fun.
Because you're like that time my dad took me to Twin Peaks.
It's awful. No, like, it's actually not fun, and then you feel like shit the next day, and it's like, for what? There's
For what? You had a good time for maybe like a couple of hours and you probably don't even remember it.
Exactly. It's like there's really no fun in that. Yeah. I digress. Anyways.
You're just sitting there thinking of all the shots you used to do and just like, whoop.
Dude, it's and you just feel awful the next day. One time I was sick for like a week because it was just so like.
Yeah, it never felt appealing to me, so... Okay, well, I guess I get why teenagers would do it. I wouldn't do that shit at night.
I never got...
It'd be scary. There's spiders out there.
Yeah, there's creatures out there for sure, and I never...
There's Mothman.
Yeah, Mothman is out there with his fucking red eyes.
I wish you were real Mothman.
But no, like, I never got the appeal of doing that when I was younger. I just felt like it was kind of, silly.
Immature.
Teenagers. Maybe.
Teenagers.
But yeah, so they go out, they're trying to have a good time. I think they're like into school year or
I think so. It's kind of hard to I can't really remember.
I got that vibe, but maybe that's just me like trying to put a point to them going.
But they're out there, they're partying, they're with Mad Max out there, they're just partying out there in the desert. But they notice in some of the footage, which, by the way, very authentic, like
the camera
240p camera footage from like 2005. We see that Alice is like mostly throughout that trip just like distressed. She's like like anxious about something, and then
she's very like closed off. It seems,
and you can like see it in her face and stuff like that. Well, with what you can see of her face in this shitty quality,
it's like 2 pixels.
Yeah. There's some times where it's just like they zoom in on like Ghost Alice's face, and it's just like you can barely see a face in that.
No, I was like, I'm glad that they
but it adds to the authenticity.
Exactly.
It feels real.
It does.
Like that's what I loved about Blair Witch Project, because like the footage is so grainy, it feels real. Whereas when you get to Blair Witch 2016 and everything's in like HD and stuff like that, it's just like, it doesn't have the same effect.
Exactly.
But yeah, at one point they see footage of her burying something, which is interesting to the parents because it's like when she came back from that trip, she was missing her phone and she was missing like a bracelet or something like that.
I think it was like a bracelet and a necklace.
Yeah.
That she might, I think she buried both of them.
But
so
they decide to go out to Lake Mungo.
See what she buried.
They go digging out at night, which I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, because their reasoning was that they didn't want people to think that they were weird or something.
They didn't want to go out during when tourists were there.
Okay. I mean, understandable.
I guess so. That seems like a weird... Like, do that in the day.
They didn't want anyone to bother them, basically, or ask questions. So.
Yeah, but I feel like if you go, like, if there is, like, state, like, state park personnel there, you can just explain to them what you're doing, and they'd probably be okay with it. Who cares what people think?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's a way around it.
It's just weird to go out at night and just
what makes it seem even
dig.
Yeah, like you're hiding. I don't know. They were a little embarrassed. They had a lot going on. So go in the middle of the night to dig up what your late child buried. That's fine.
But they find Alice's phone and they plug it in, and we get what this movie was essentially building towards, which is Alice sees a premonition and it is her own dead body.
Yeah, and it's a lot. And the dad...
Do you know what's the creepiest part of that is? Like, we see the footage and we see this body closely, like, coming towards her. You think at first it's Alice walking towards this body. It's not. That body is floating towards her. I'm getting chills even speaking about it. It's horrific.
It is. And the dad says, like, that is her body.
No, the line he said is just like, I recognized it instantly because I was the one to identify her body. That was her from when she drowned. Like, and then it leads to like the best jump scare, probably one of the best jump scares in horror history, because the whole movie there's no jump scares.
Yeah.
And then so you're not expecting it, and then it hits you with that. So, and it's one of the best type where it's like it's an actual scary image where the jump scare happens.
Yeah, like so, it's not just like a loud sound and then nothing.
It is a loud sound, but it's just like the body kind of lunges.
Yeah, like there's something there. Yeah. I was doing laundry when I was watching this. I was watching this scene. I was like folding some clothes. I'm like, oh.
And then all of a sudden,
yeah. But do you feel like they got closure?
I feel like they
seemed to have had closure.
I know June gets closure because she has that final what they call it, like consultation with Ray.
That's true. Yeah, she goes
and
back.
she feels like she gets closure. I feel like Matthew probably does. Well, if he killed her or something like that,
depending.
But I feel like him as a teenager, he probably is just like kind of trying to move on with his life. The father just kind of, I believe he, like, accepts it.
I feel like I would have so many questions after seeing that video. Like,
well, I mean, even then, they try to rationalize it in their heads where the father's just like, maybe it was a ghost, maybe not, who knows.
Yeah. That's crazy to see. But, yeah, we do get a scene towards the end where, earlier we were talking about when Alice was with Ray, and she was walking through the house. He's kind of putting her under some maybe hypnosis, but
it's
close your eyes,
yeah.
Picture your house, go inside, all of this stuff.
Picture you're on a beach.
And so she's walking through her house, and she says, "I see my mom, but it doesn't seem like she sees me." And, now, towards the end of the movie, we're getting the mom's perspective.
The mom has a final, God, I keep forgetting the word.
Final session?
Final session, I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Final session with Ray, and she's pretty much put under hypnosis as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we learn that she is also, like, walking through this house in some kind of...
And I think they both said that it was empty, right?
Well, she says... I think the mom says, like, it's completely empty and that Alice isn't there. But I think Alice is the one to just be like, my mom's here.
Yeah.
Sort of. So I think only... June sees it as being truly empty.
Yeah, because June doesn't see Alice. I didn't remember if Alice saw the house as empty but saw her mom there. Or
I mean, maybe, but I don't think it's definitive.
Okay. But yeah, June says Alice is gone.
She's not here.
She's not here anymore.
Whereas Alice is the one saying, my mom's here, but it doesn't seem like she sees me.
And that's just so
it's heartbreaking. It's tragic because... in life, Alice felt alone, and now she is dead, and she's trapped in this space, and she still feels alone.
Yeah, because now her family says, like, to move on, they move.
They move out of the house.
They feel like they have closure. They feel like Alice has moved on, but they can't stay in the house anymore because it's just too heavy for them. But again, like we said, June was like, oh yeah, she's not here. Like, she's moved on. She's found peace. But she really hasn't. She's still there. And that's when we get the scene of, we
get the photo.
The Palmers, just the three of them in front of the house, kind of taking one last picture in front of it. But now we see Alice in the background in the window in the house by herself, being left.
Yeah, forever trapped in that house, never able to leave, never any sense of closure. Whether she was murdered or by accident, like her death came at a very young age. And probably one of the most painful ways to die, which is drowning.
Yeah.
Like, it's layered with tragedy, this ending.
It is. And then, I mean, kind of throughout it, she wasn't able, like, in her life to talk to her parents about anything. No. Like, anything that was bothering her, any issues. She didn't feel like she could go to them. And,
like, that just adds to the whole, like, you think of this family as just being this together, wholesome, like, small-town family, but in reality, like, I don't think any of them really truly know each other.
Yeah.
None of them really talk to each other or, like, process their feelings with each other.
And growing up in a household where none of us spoke to each other, it was a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Passive aggressiveness. Lots of passive aggressiveness, none of us knew how to voice our feelings, with one another. Obviously now that we've gotten older, I feel like me and my sisters are a lot better than that.
Oh, that's good, at least.
I don't talk to my parents anymore, but
well,
But I get that it's tough growing up in a family like that because you have to learn how to communicate.
Yeah.
And, like, I've had relationships in the past where I would just shut down, like, when anything, like, rough patches happen. And I had to learn how to communicate because I never learned that. And so, I mean, I didn't learn that until I was in my early 20s. So, seeing, like, a teenager, it's just, like, it's hard because growing up in a household like that, you just have to learn it yourself. And it's just so sad.
Yeah, because Alice will never be able to do that.
No, and like her mom was saying, she's like, I don't even know if she knew that I loved her because I didn't tell her enough.
It's awful.
No, it's rough. So,
but then, the credits roll, and this is when we start getting all the previous pictures that we thought were fake, and we actually see Alice has been there the entire time. The one that gets me at this end is, like, they have the birthday one, which we see earlier on in the film, and we get back to it, and it's just, like, it's Alice in the background, but small detail that I think I noticed, it's dead Alice that's back there.
Oh.
Like, the face is fucked up.
That one felt a lot creepier to me, and I couldn't, but that was it.
I remember rewatching it while I was writing my notes, and, like, I got to that scene in the actual movie before the credits, and I remember I said out loud, I was just like, Jesus.
Yeah, this movie is definitely very haunting. You know what? Maybe I like this movie a little more now.
Ha! I did it.
Maybe I do.
It is my goal in life because this movie is like very underappreciated in my mind. Like,
it is. I feel like you have to be in the right mood for it. I don't think I was in the mood for a moody movie like this.
Yeah. But I feel like this is a movie that is so not known. But
and it has heavy themes, and it's done well.
So well done. Like, we haven't even spoke of, like, all the B-roll footage of everything in here.
Yeah.
So amazingly shot. Like, you probably couldn't even tell, like, this is low budget with how good all this, like, footage kind of looks.
Oh, yeah.
That's not the camcorder footage.
Yeah, like the actual, I don't know, I guess, documentary
like
level
there's
camera.
beautiful, like, shots of the night sky and everything. Like, shout out to whoever was, like, the in-universe, like, B-roll cameraman because he knows how to make some scary imagery.
Yes.
There's one where it's just, like, it's in Alice's room and then it just slowly gets darker and darker until it's, like, pitch black. Like, ugh.
No, this was, you know what? This was fun to talk about. Maybe I'll rewatch it and give it a third chance.
That's why I added to all my lists. It's just like, this is a highly underappreciated movie.
Yeah.
So for my rating, I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I fucking love this movie.
Let's see. I had it up earlier. I think I gave it like a 1.5 or 2.
Oh my god.
But now, you know, I feel like I have a little more appreciation for it. Maybe I'll go back and rewatch it. Because, like I said at the beginning of this, I see that this is a great movie. I do. Like, on paper, this is awesome. You do have to be in the right mood.
And you kind of have to really watch it.
You do.
I think that was my mistake the first time I watched it, was I wasn't entirely watching it.
No, that was mine too. And then I think the second time around, I was watching it, and like I said, I liked it more, but I rated it lower. But now after talking about it, and that's why I like doing this podcast too, because talking about movies sometimes makes me like them a little bit more.
Yeah,
breaking them down a little bit.
Break it down now. It's Mungo time.
It's Mungo time. But also just getting someone else's perspective on it is nice too. But yeah, I rated this low, but you know, I liked it.
I can't wait for the day where you convince me of a movie that I don't like, that you like, and get me to be like, okay.
Yeah,
it's going to be Twilight, apparently.
No, I
just
be
feel like, see, Cody, you love Twilight, and I'll be like, Team Jacob.
I haven't watched those movies in so long, but like they're just so funny. I really want to rewatch them.
Yeah, that's looming over my shoulder.
Oh yeah. Twilight. Yeah, because depending on, so this is our ideas for our birthday months. So Cody's is coming up.
Yep.
We're gonna be doing your top 5.
Top 5 favorite movies.
Yes.
Because coincidentally, my birthday month, May, has 5 Fridays. And 5 Nights at Freddy's. Your birthday month, October, also has 5 Fridays.
But depending on if we already talk about my 5 favorite movies, because we do have a couple of months that we have on here that they could be in. Our birthday months can also just be whatever the hell we want.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, you're like, God, I'm scared.
I'm scared.
You should be.
Twilight, High School Musical. Oh God,
dude. Yeah. So
you're like Twilight ranking, High School Musical ranking.
Going crazy here.
We're going sicko mode.
Hell yeah. So I feel like that would be really fun. Yes, my birthday's in October. Y'all are just gonna have to deal with it. Sorry. So during October, I mean, we might not have spooky, scary Halloween vibes, but
or spooky, scary skeletons.
Exactly. That might not happen, but you know,
but
get over it.
This channel is primarily just horror films anyway,
so if y'all want that, go back and.
I was kind of thinking
else.
that, like, for September, it's like, what if we went completely opposite spectrum? Instead of horror films, we watch like rom-coms or something like that.
No, so I have some ideas too for some months we can go over after this.
Yeah, my birthday month, I don't think any of the movies on my top 5 we would review before.
Well, see, that's why I feel like that would be a good idea for you to do your top 5 favorite movies, because they're not necessarily all horror.
Yeah, spoiler alert, only one movie in my top 5 is an actual horror film. All
And
the rest they're kind of varied. Like, I guess I can say what my top 5 favorite. It's
Yeah.
like, one is Memento, number 2 is The Dark Knight, number 3 is 12 Angry Men, number 4 is The Thing, and then number 5 is A Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
So there's like a variety. There's like a noir thriller, there's a superhero film, there's a court drama, a horror film, and then like a dystopian kind of neo-futuristic kind of coming of age movie. We'll talk about it when we talk about it.
But no, because I knew one of your favorite movies, top 5, would be The Thing.
The Thing, yeah.
That's in my top. So, and then I was like, there's a long couple months between May and October. So I was like, I'm sure a couple of mine will be thrown in there. So I might just do whatever the hell I want.
Fair enough. You know, I have a top 50. We could just have a whole year where we talk about all my favorite movies.
Calm down. You're going to have more birthdays.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
But yeah, so I feel like that would be something fun. So look forward to that.
Look forward to that. It's going to be fun. But
Yes.
you don't have to look forward to this anymore because we're getting to our favorite segment. What does Letterboxd have to say?
Yay.
Cool. Let's see how many we screenshotted the same.
So since you're higher up, I assume you
I did a lot
screenshot
of
the
lower. Do I have any higher ones?
See, I did all the higher ones.
Okay.
So I'm sure
I have a few mixed ones in here, so.
Yeah. And I will say, I do agree with some of these 5-star reviews because the fact that
We'll see. I'm going to fucking take them.
because I can recognize that this is a good movie. I get that. So yeah, we'll begin now. 5 stars. Not for everyone. Agree.
Yeah.
But if you get it, you get it. You will be haunted in the back of your mind and the periphery of your vision for a very, very long time. Perfectly fitting for one of the most heartbreaking ghost stories I've ever experienced. And like we said, it is very heartbreaking.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Yes. Another 5-star review. Haunting, riveting, filled me with dread like no other film has.
Riveted for her pleasure.
Stop. Stop.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. That just popped into my head, and it's like, you got to get that joke out right now.
I'm telling your mom.
She listens to this. She already knows.
Shame. Literally left me speechless. A movie many people will not get, but for those who do, few movies compare. Safely in my top 10 movies of all time.
I get that. I want to go that far up, but
You said it's number 44.
yeah, it's
for
number
me.
44.
Yeah. 5 stars. Holy shit. This thing was fucking insane. And I don't mean this lightly. This is all in capitals now. Wow,
Any punctuation?
wow. Lots of periods.
Okay.
This plot is truly one of the craziest things I've ever seen, and the way it was executed and put together was stellar. Genuinely jaw-dropped at the moment.
Interesting.
You like
I
that?
wouldn't say it's an insane way of telling this story. I feel like
They hyped that up so much.
they very much did.
Yeah.
Even me being like the biggest defender of
Yes.
this movie, you know, I'm like, you're kind of doing too much,
You
dude.
said, calm down, please. Yeah. They went a little crazy. Okay, this one I translated. So 5 stars. Watching this movie again after finishing Twin Peaks was quite an experience. This film remains the pinnacle of horror for me.
Yeah. I kind of wish I had gone back and rewatched Twin Peaks in preparation for this, but like season 1, I could probably binge in a week.
Mm-hmm.
Season 1 and 3 in 1 week might be pushing it. Season 2's got like 24 episodes. It's like, I can't binge all of Twin Peaks in 1 week, so.
No, it's like that's a lot. Maybe
Yeah.
just a couple episodes, but not all. Excuse me, I had a burp. Okay, 5
Fucking
stars.
dare you.
Sorry. I was blown away by this film. This sort of mockumentary style true crime worked incredibly well. The horror aspect is really well done, but what stands out most is its human drama about grief, which I found very touching. Then there are the incredibly well done cinematography and the opening credits, where we discover another reality, a kind of hidden side, but above all, the exceptional post-credit scene. all I hope for now is that Joel Anderson makes another film.
And then he didn't.
He
just disappeared for a while.
Oh, and this person watched very recently, actually. They watched...
yesterday. Holy shit.
I mean, basically, it was February 14th of this year.
This is not a Valentine's Day movie. Why are you watching this on Valentine's?
Hey, they were fucking with it.
I get if you're that lonely.
Maybe they just want...
You're already sitting there on the couch eating like a tub of ice cream crying because you're lonely.
Dang.
Put on Lake Mungo, I guess.
Just cry some more.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 stars. I'm overwhelmed. I don't even know what to say. I've never been so terrified by a movie. There's too much to say, but at the same time, I'm blown away. I don't know what to say. They were speechless.
Apparently, because they didn't say much.
No, they didn't. But they liked the movie, though.
That's good.
And that is mine.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get on the other end of the spectrum here.
My spectrum, no.
Half a star. I can't believe I suffered through all of these Australian accents for an hour and a half to find out the entire movie was an anticlimax. I think the word he was looking for was anticlimactic.
Yes, I think so as well. And I will say the first time I watched this, when I found out that the Matt doctored the images, it did kind of lose my interest after that.
It kind of takes the wind out of you.
It does.
I would say it would entirely ruin the movie if it wasn't for the fact that A, the hauntings do actually start to happen, and B, there is actual haunting happening during those fake images too. So
I think I just heard that, and obviously, we get explained more later that it is actually a haunting.
I think when I first watched this movie, even I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, why am I watching this still then? So that's I get that.
Half a star. Mac, I told you Lake Mungo Stray Dogs was about to be buns.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know if them calling Lake Mungo was a intentional thing or if that was like a legitimate spelling error.
I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah. I don't know what that means.
Who the fuck is Mac? It's McCready from the thing. Mac, I told you.
I told you, damn it.
Half a star. I wish I could give negative reviews. This so stupid. Worst movie I've watched. Only good thing was visuals.
This so stupid.
This so stupid. Worst movie I've watched. Only good thing was visuals.
It was visuals.
Which I get it. Like all the documentary footage is like beautifully shot, but I just imagine this person watching this grainy 2040 like 240p footage of just being like good visuals. It's like not really
good visuals.
Half a star. This horror movie is perhaps the most repetitive and overrated I've ever seen. It strays far from the show don't tell approach, which it's a documentary. It's supposed to do that. Which makes this incredibly boring. I tried to watch it to the end, but couldn't after the 100th time I paused and resumed. If they had approached it like half and half, meaning half of it would be a documentary style, while the other half plays out in real time, it would have made more sense.
So they were mad that it was a show don't tell?
Yes. And I think they wanted it structured differently, where it's just like we get... I guess they wanted it structured like District 9, where we get the interviews and then we get the events of the movie playing out.
Okay.
I guess they didn't fuck with like the found footage aspect.
Like going back and forth.
Which
I feel like that would keep your attention more than it being like one versus the other.
Also, it's scarier that way. I like the grainy like footage. It wouldn't be as scary to me of just like stepping out in that third person view and just watching the events of the movie.
Well, because I feel like if they started with the mockumentary, they would be like, "This is so boring. The beginning's just a mockumentary." You know what I mean? Like
this isn't even real.
Yeah, like I feel like
there's no man named Bob Smeet.
Yeah. That's not a real name. Yeah, I feel like it's like damned if they do, damned if they don't kind of thing with this person's review.
Half a star. This was so disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. NLG or good. NGL.
Yeah.
Such a cool concept. Just to talk the whole movie and end it in such a boring way. I'm actually pissed.
I love that because I also get that because they do talk a lot.
Yeah.
But it is a mockumentary.
It's supposed to be framed like a documentary.
Exactly.
And I don't know if you know this, guys, Documentaries have a lot of talking in
They
it.
do talk a lot, so understandable. But I probably, as well, the first time I watched this, said, "Damn, they're talking a lot. Not enough action."
These people do be
They
talking.
do be talking.
Half a star, FNAF. FNAF, like Five Nights at Freddy's. That doesn't make any goddamn sense to me.
I don't think so. Did they?
I guess because of the footage, like the grainy footage, it's kind of like watching through the cameras in Five Nights at Freddy's.
FNAF is their whole life then if they
But
got that from
that's
that.
such a fucking reach.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna talk about Five Nights at Freddy's
We will.
at some point soon.
That's coming up here.
That's actually coming up pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, for
That's
us to record it, but for them to listen, maybe a little bit. But for us, it's coming up.
Yeah. Half a star. This is more sad than scary for a horror film. Which, that's the point. It's tragic.
I mean, is this listed as a horror film?
I am pretty sure this is listed as a horror film. It premiered at a horror fest.
Well, I was going to say, I feel like more like psychological thriller. It is horror mystery. Okay.
Yeah. Which, horror films can be sad.
Mm-hmm.
The Orphanage was sad, if you've ever seen that movie.
Orphanage.
It's a Spanish film. I'm not sure.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Oh,
Add
here.
it to the list.
I will, because actually, one of my ideas is doing foreign films.
Cool. We started right now. This is a foreign film.
Well, like in
From
Australia. A different language, like foreign film. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you tease like a Guillermo del Toro month, and he has a few like Pan's Labyrinth is one of my all-time favorites.
So good. Let me see. Where should I put this at? You said it was called The Orphanage?
The Orphanage, yeah.
The Orphanage, there we go.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I remember it being really good.
Dope.
It's good.
It's good. Pretty good.
Half a star, AI Slop. Which this movie came out long before AI was a thing.
I was going to say, I swear there was another Letterboxd review that you did for another movie we did recently that they said the same thing.
Probably.
And it's
that's everyone's go-to now. It's just like, oh, it's AI.
And it's like, this was before.
Yeah, this was long before.
Like, diss AI, for sure.
Yeah,
go
fuck
for
AI,
it.
but this is not.
But,
not any bit of it.
Yeah.
Half a star. I wish death to everyone who keeps recommending this absolutely shitty movie. I'm on this person's hit list, apparently.
I was gonna say, you're on the list.
Here we go. Half a star. Interview. Found footage. Documentary. Guess you'll never know. Ha 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 ha. It made 0 sense to me. That's wild.
That's crazy. What do you mean you'll never know?
Didn't understand. Like, he literally, he's questioning if it's a documentary. I mean, technically it's not. It's a mockumentary, but
it's a documentary style.
Yeah.
And they are being interviewed.
And there is found footage.
Yeah. He said only one thing can be true. And it can't be
You
all
can't
three.
combine all these elements. It doesn't
There's
work.
no way.
How fucking dare you? Okay, here we go. 4.5 stars. Mike Flanagan probably watches this while excitingly punching the air.
Who's Mike Flanagan? Why does that name sound
He
familiar?
did A Haunting of Hill House. He did Midnight Mass, which we're going to talk about.
Yes, that is where he's came up before. Mm-hmm.
Which, to be fair, Mike Flanagan, I think, has come out and said, this is one of his favorite movies. So.
Oh, yeah.
3 stars. So happy they finally made a film adaptation of Pictures with a Red Circle in the background. You know those YouTube videos where it's just like, there's a ghost in this video, and there's a red circle and an arrow pointing to it. Yeah.
That is
Which kind of
No, I was like, it really is.
I have a couple more here. 2 stars. Reaches peak absurdity when you realize its sole horror tactic is a teen girl just standing in the distant background of family videos. But it's the context.
It's the context. It's the amount of creepiness they add to it.
It's the fact that you don't see it first, and then it's revealed to you later.
Yeah.
So
I think some people are a little desensitized, me being one of them. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah. And this last one is funny to me. I'm not sure how funny it's going to be to everyone else, but 4 stars, Swim-a-marink.
Swim-a-marink?
So if you guys don't know out there, there's a movie called Skinamarink.
Literally the worst movie ever.
I haven't seen it. I started watching it one day after getting off of work, and I was already tired, and I was about to fall asleep.
Yeah.
But I've heard that it's like boring as shit.
Yes.
Because like the whole movie is just like a camera at like an angle over here, and then a camera at an angle over here.
I'm gonna pull up my Letterboxd review of it.
Oh, interesting.
Because I freaking hated that movie, and it's so funny because people that love it are like, oh, you have to like have good like ambiance for it. You need to be at home alone at night. Da 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 da. Okay, when I watched this, it was when I was working overnights.
Okay.
And
were we still overnights when that was happening? I guess so.
Yeah, it was during that year. The whole thing is blue. I think it's very blue filtered.
It's blue, abba dee baba die.
Exactly.
Copyrighted.
But, so I was working overnight. It was on my day off. So I would stay in the living room so I could keep my sleep schedule. So I'd stay up all night, right? And I would usually watch movies during this time. And we have a fireplace, quote unquote. It's like a heater, and you like turn it on. It emits a blue glow.
Oh, so you were just... Girl, you was blue.
I was pretty much alone because it was late at night, probably like 2, 3 in the morning.
For how blue I am.
Exactly. I had a blue tint going on around me, and I was watching this. So I was pretty submersed, I would say, the most. And the fact that this was... Oh my God, I was fighting for my life to stay awake.
Interesting. I'm going to have to watch this movie because, like, I've been meaning to go back to it, but it's just I haven't really made the time or anything like that. It needs to be like at a time where it's like I'm awake at night, where I keep my sunglasses on. I keep my sunglasses on at night. But like I need to put myself in that mood because when I first watched it, we were overnights. I got off work. I started to watch it. Got like maybe 5 minutes in. I was just like, I'm not going to stay awake for this. So I went to sleep with the knowledge of, like, I'm going to go back to this, but I never did.
Do you want me to read you my review?
Yes, so lay it on us.
0.5 star. The only reason this movie is scary or unsettling is because you're waiting for something to happen. Anything to happen. And it never does.
It's edging.
Literally. If you want the same effect, just walk around your home at 3 a.m. with all the lights off and flick a flashlight on and off every now and then. Oh, and only look at the ceiling and random corners of the room. Bonus if you have toys laying around to trip on. You see 3 different areas of a house, and it's mainly the corners of the walls. This is a joke, right? I was pissed.
Interesting.
Pissed that
you know what's funny? That part where you're just like walking around the house and like flicking a flashlight on. There's a podcast I listen to called Now Playing Podcasts, and one of the hosts described Paranormal Activity the same way. It's like, you want to experience what happens in Paranormal Activity? Just sit in your house and flick the lights on
Literally.
and off.
Yeah. No, Skinamarink, not a fan.
Anyway, I like that pun of just like swim because Alice drowns. It's like swim-a-marink.
Swimmerink.
So,
but yeah.
Yeah, that was what Letterboxd have to say.
And that's Lake Mungo.
Lake Mungo for you guys.
Mungo time is over.
I very much hope that this turns some people onto the movie. I hope that it like gets out. I want this movie to be big.
I would still recommend this movie to people.
I want Joel Anderson to do something else.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see if he has anything else up his sleeve.
And if you like found footage films, this is definitely a great one. I mean, this is one that comes up when you search for it, but I feel like not a lot of people gravitate towards it. They usually do the more well-known ones.
I would feel like even if you like documentaries or that style of storytelling, I feel like this would be right up your alley because I feel like so many Netflix documentaries nowadays are like this.
Yeah. No, for sure. And I feel like also if you're someone who is maybe just getting into horror and aren't like a huge fan of a bunch of like jump scares or a bunch of, you're not a fan of slashers or anything like that, like really in your face, even like movies like The Conjuring and stuff, where there's always like a demonic entity.
There's always a jump scare right around the corner to just happen.
Exactly.
Where they turn the music down real low and then it gets real quiet. It's like you can brace for the jump scare. You know what's happening.
Yeah, this I feel like is would be really good for people who are wanting to, get a nice little scare and feel a little, creepy mood, but not, maybe not have nightmares for the rest of the day.
Oh no,
this could be a little
dead
creepy
Alice.
though. Yeah, I was like, maybe you might sleep with a nightlight on, or your door, a little cracked.
I feel like with its heavy themes, it's kind of hard to shake.
Yeah.
Like I feel like this movie, kind of like it did for me, will just kind of stay in your head for a while. Not only from the creepy imagery, but just from what the movie's about.
Yeah.
So,
no, after talking about it, I definitely feel like it has resonated with me more.
Yes, yeah. I finally did it. I finally got someone.
So, you're going to have to write down all the movies that you don't like, and then I'll see if I love them. And
well, you already know off the top of your head, what is it, the 5 Twilight movies and 3 High School Musical movies?
But, like, I only like those because those are funny.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and also, I was just talking to my friends about this, because I've seen High School Musical, the first one, like, I think maybe several times at least. Second one, I think I've maybe seen once, possibly just scenes of it. I think there's a third movie.
There is.
Is there a fourth one?
No, there's a spinoff with Ashley Tisdale.
We did talk about this.
We talked about this, I think, last week.
Yeah, I never seen the third one.
Okay.
So yeah, but I love the music in them. We're all in this together.
This song is copyrighted. We can't be singing
dreams
it.
come true. Yeah, I think.
Way to end on a cringy note like this.
Yes, stay cringy, everyone.
Stay cringy, everybody. But anyway, thank you guys for listening. Shout out to our editor, Jade.
Thank you.
This is going to be a very interesting episode for him for creating a thumbnail. I don't know what they're going to do.
It would maybe like you being Alice in like the front. Oh,
I was thinking
and
you were
then
going to be
me
like,
being in the background
okay.
being the real Alice.
Me standing in the yard and you like in the bench over there, or like your dead Alice, just like
and you're Matt walking around with like a hood on,
with the hoodie on or something like that.
Some ideas.
We're giving you some ideas, Jade, in case you get writer's block.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening, either on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or on YouTube. And be sure to give us a like, subscribe to us on YouTube, hit the bell notification to keep up with when we upload. Follow us on Spotify, rate us, let us know how we're doing.
Yes, please.
What did you guys think of Lake Mungo, if you guys even watched it?
Yeah.
So.
I know, I don't know if people like watch the movie before watching this. I know when my sisters watch it, they usually are like, oh, I've never seen it, but after listening, like, I'm kind of interested.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
My sister was listening to The Langoliers, and she's like, I actually might check it out. Like, it seemed interesting.
Okay, that would be from your dealing.
Yes, I
because
was
for
like,
me, I was just very much just like, yeah, I liked this when I was younger, but nowadays,
it's actually pretty good.
My mom texted me after listening to that episode, and she was like, "You used to really like that when you were younger." And I was like, "Yeah, but I'm 34 now,
You're
so
like, I'm mature now.
I'm an adult.
I'm not
with an adult taste."
That shit was funny. Fucking freeze frame. Yeah.
I mean, Craig Toomey's funny in that with, like, scaring the little girl.
Lady.
Yeah.
Funny stuff.
There's moments I like in that.
But next week, we're doing Chronicle.
Chronicle. I'm excited for this. It's been a while since I've seen Chronicle.
Same. And I feel like it might be a movie not a lot of people have seen.
I'm not sure how well it did. I mean, it did well enough for Josh Trank to direct that awful Fantastic Four remake from 2015.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe people have seen this a lot. I just feel like no one really talks about it too much.
I will just say I didn't see it in theaters when it came out. I caught it when it came out on DVD.
I think this was another hotel movie for me.
I think I was living in a hotel at this time, so I think it was literally a hotel movie for me as well. But I remember liking it, but I think I watched it once in 2012 and then one other time after that. But I really haven't watched it since. And it's going to be fun for me.
Yeah.
Because one of my former bosses and like one of my friends, I used to make him mad all the time by saying that Chronicle is essentially a remake of Carrie.
Oh, I remember you were telling me about this.
Which
and
I will
parallels of it.
I will discuss those parallels when we talk about Chronicle, because like even though it's a joke, I think there are similarities between Carrie and Chronicle.
It's just funny to like throw out there.
It's funny to just make him mad.
Yeah.
Also, I had a dream once where I thought that Chronicle was like a prequel to the Star Wars movies.
It's crazy.
Like the powers that they get is just like
the Force.
The Force, like the origin of the Force.
Oh, I love that.
That's not a theory that I lend any credibility to.
Yes, just a dream you had.
Yeah. But no, it's going to be exciting and not a horror film.
No,
it's technically going to be our first superhero film, because
That's
Chronicle
true,
is, I would define it more as superhero.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
It's going to be fun.
Hell yeah.
Stay tuned for that. For all you ladies that love Michael B. Jordan out there.
Yeah, very young Michael B. Jordan.
Very young Michael B. Jordan.
Crazy.
It's going to be exciting. But anyway, thank you guys for listening, and stay crispy.
Stay crispy. Stay spooky.
Stay bloated like Alice's body.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord. Okay.
Not appropriate? Sorry.
Not appropriate.
Trying to make levity of a very dark movie, but stay spooked, everybody. And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.